I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something. Welcome back to the Races War. I'm Xenodactyl. I'm taking over, and I had a coughing attack, so hopefully that has been settled. Drinking water. Okay. I will check the score in a moment, but spawning in the upper left as the blue Protoss for the Protoss team, I guess. Oh gosh, it is Gigarora, and to the bottom right as the red Terran, it is the French Xenoblaze. Okay, now that you guys know who the players are, and we can see that neither player has opened with some cheesy proxy, let me figure out what exactly has transpired in this oh, I already opened the thing. This tournament. Looks like I see here. This is the fourth match. The Terran are up by 2. Or up 2-1. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And let's get the rest of this set up so I can see chat and all the things. All the things can be done. Factory on the way. So 1-1-1 coming out of Xenoblaze versus the standard gate expand. Build yet to be determined from our Protoss. Alrighty. I am live, right? Yes, okay, there we go. There is a slight delay, so... Oh, no. Okay. Reaper comes back rather, to save the SCV from probe death. That would be quite an unfortunate way to die. Get zapped slowly. It's like that like bleed out that you know could have been stopped had your friends just come down the ramp and saved you, but the Reaper will be doing the saving this game, and it will go across the map looking for a probe kill. Stalker is in position, nice block, and the Reaper will have to run away. Alright, Robo gonna be the tech of choice. He can still go into Blink later if he wants, but with these two gateways, I'm thinking he's probably gonna go for something else. Cyclone is gonna come in. This can actually put on a lot of pressure. There's only one Stalker here. This Cyclone... Okay, there's a second Stalker on the high ground, so the Cyclone is gonna have to run away! Run away! Run away! Okay, it will be safe as the Reaper does grenade the Stalker from any pursuit course of action. Alrighty. There should be additional tech of some sort, but no gases have been taken yet either. So, I'm not entirely sure what Gaiora intends to do from here. He's just has 3 gateways in a Robo, which... Okay, now he's gonna get the Twilight Council. I feel like this Twilight Council is actually exorbitantly late. He wanted to get Stalker production up quickly, which is fine. But I feel like I would have liked to see that go down, like, some time ago. But that is neither here nor there. Like... Yeah. Anyway. Cyclones are gonna pick off an Immortal. The Zealots will get on top of that force-fielded Cyclone, so good sentry use to at least punish a little bit of that. Third has not been started yet for our Protoss player, and that would be nice if... Oh, okay, so he's just gonna skip the Blink phase of this and go straight into charge. I like this decision given that his Twilight was so late. The window for Blink is kinda a moot point now. And... charge is more what you need in terms of dealing with these fights. Now his opponent is playing a mech style, so that may also speak something to this kind of composition. He's gonna get a Twilight, or a Templar Archives. I don't really know if how I feel about this. I feel like this is a lot of different tech paths to go through. Storm is not bad though. So, okay. Gonna get Storm. I don't know. He does have 4 gases, so he can certainly support this for a little while. He's not gonna have like plentiful amount of gas, but with Zealots, they don't cost gas, and that's a good thing if you want to be building High Templar. Looking to take the 3rd again. Nice snipe on that Observer. All in all, I think this is a very defensive posture coming out of Gaiora, and... Oh, I'm sorry, he has a proxy gateway. This is by no means defensive. He intends to kill his opponent very soon. Or at least shut down the 3rd. Alrighty. This is a nice positioning for the mech, but it's gonna miss this move out as Gaiora is wanting to unify his forces rather than flank with his proxy location. And now that he's gonna pull himself together on this left-hand side of the 3rd base, Xenoblaze has yet to spot this, and now it comes in. Suddenly the Zealots are on top of a lot of this force. Many SCVs have gone down. And the tank line is thick, but it's singular. And it's just not really gonna hold up against this. There is still one tank on the high ground, but the storms are nice. And everything on the low ground will be cleaned up. I believe Xenoblaze can hold. We'll see what the next Warpin has to say about this, though. It's only Zealots, which can't really get on top of this high ground tank, so Xenoblaze shouldn't commit farther. He's gonna take a third, and maybe off of a second Warpin with some storms, and maybe some... okay, no stalkers. He's gonna possibly push into this third again. Or is he gonna wait for something? Okay, he's getting more production. Another Robo Bay. Terran has come out to meet him, so the gig is up, and he's gonna have to push into this. Getting a lot of those tanks with the charge glass. This is, while he's not killing Xenoblaze with this is a very nice trade. Trading non-gas units for gas units. Always a nice thing. More charge slots are a-charging, and the mines are coming out, so that's gonna start to make the trades a little more cost efficient for Xenoblaze. Hellions are also nice. They, with the blue flame, can clear the Zealots very efficiently. Giving a lot of micro potential in that. Kind of kite to infinity. Xenoblaze has held. Behind this, there's like 2.5 base saturation that isn't properly distributed, as this is oversaturated and this is undersaturated. Concerned with holding his proxy, that just didn't really happen. He's brought his forces back home. And Xenoblaze is doing alright for himself. Alright, Colossus are now in play. Thermal Lance is 1/3 of the way complete. I don't think it will be in time for this next pressure, but this is just pressure. It doesn't have the push potential to flat out kill Gaora. Ghidorah. And it could get a lot of probes, though. That was scary for a moment there. Good Archons are going to push Xenoblaze back. Warping in some more High Templar, getting a couple of Immortals, and looks like Ghidorah is interested in finding some damage. I think he's anticipating a fourth from Xenoblaze, which is not yet in play. His army movement kind of indicates that's what he was looking for. I think his Immortal spotted this army movement. He seems to be looking for it. But he's gonna be out of position, and he doesn't have enough gear. At the natural, the Hellions can definitely get a lot of probes, but the recall is good, and gonna look for a retreat, and there is none! Everything getting cleaned up. Gegora with a stellar defense using recall. Fourth is now floating over for Xenoblaze, and Gegora is starting his fourth on the corresponding location. Xenoblaze is, or rather Gegora is still posturing for this fourth, and it's not where the army is, but he's gonna find himself nicely up this ramp. Most of the Terran force is on the opposing side, so he's kind of split the tank line, and as a result he's able to clear most of this as they're just not in position to help with these immortals with these Colossi. The Colossi are gonna push into the natural. Pretty much nothing save the missile turret is here, but the missile turret does stellar damage against the Colossi, and with the tanks from the high ground extending forward, Gegora is going to retreat for the time being. Gonna get more Zealots and more Immortals. I don't see any High Templar with this. He may feel that Archons are going to be the more user-friendly alternative, as there's not a whole lot to storm with such heavy tank lines. Like, you can storm tanks, which is alright, but it's better to just have charge. Another pylon going down for Gegora, and Xenoblaze is pretty content to sit back. He has a couple Hellions that are going to pressure this pylon, but there's two more where that came from, on the high ground. Scan does go down, sees the army movement, which kind of helps indicate the intent of his opponent. This scan is nice. It does see the pylon and further explains to Xenoblaze exactly what is coming for him, but it may be too late as his tank line is not in position to stop all these Immortals. The two Colossi also lending a lot of AoE. Archon's soaking up so much damage. There are some tanks, but Protoss is on top of his production. Xenoblaze is in a world of trouble. He has Liberators, and those are gonna do a lot of zone control. There are 3 Archons in this mix still, so if he can maneuver his Archons... Oh, 2 Archons in this... Oh, there's a one. Okay. Stalkers. Anywhere? Stalkers? Anywhere? There be the Stalkers. Alright. So, this should be the end, as there's no more production for Xenoblaze. Well, he does have these tanks. So Protoss will have to recall out of here, and all these buildings can float to another location. So Xenoblaze has like a small window of hope where he's thinking like, okay, I still have an economy. But I don't know, Zealots and Stalkers are going to run into this location. The tank line is not in position to help with this. Multi-prong. There is a Hellion. That's nice. Did the main force just run through the tanks? That would be most unfortunate. No, he recalled. Okay, good. So, Xenoblaze is gone from what was a decent opening, I would say. Well, he took a lot from the Zealots, though. I mean, he got work done. I mean, it was even. I would say it was even earlier on in this game, at a certain point. And he's just been under so much pressure, such to the point that it is not even. There is definitely an advantage now for a very clear advantage. Like, it just slipped slowly. It's just like better trades with the Zealots, with the Storms, the Archons, and he's gonna try and get another base up. I don't see that happening. Protoss has just grown too large, I would say. The supply is 60 in favor of Gegora, and he even has Phoenixes to lift some of these tanks. Actually, picking up a mine, that's probably the better call. Two Colossus in the mix, the Archon. Number of Zealots gonna run through this tank line, and one tank is, or two tanks are left, but one is in the air, not able to do anything. Second tank will fall, and Gegora will take this game. The sniper is definitely has a point. There was a lot of friendly fire that were indirectly caused by those Zealots, or triggered by the Zealots charging in and getting on top of the forces. Most unfortunate Terran problems. I know there's gonna be some meme about this somewhere. Or there is a meme about this somewhere, I should say. Alrighty, that's gonna put Protoss at an advantage. Gegora is advancing to game 5. And the next... Oh. I believe that's... Is that all there? So someone's gonna have to go back out, and... Okay, we'll see who they... Oh, New Repugnancy. Sorry. Didn't see this. Looks like it's between... Okay, so Xenoblaze is gonna go again. And it is on New Repugnancy. You know, I actually can't say much about this map. I play this map a ton. But, I don't know what this map looks like in the normal sense. Because I never play normal games here. Like, I play normal games, don't get me wrong. But I just don't play normal games here. So I can't really speak to how Mech vs. Protoss works on this map. Intuitively, I'm gonna say that the third is more securable than it was on the previous map, but that didn't seem to be a primary issue. The primary issue seemed to be... Well, okay, where can he position his tank line? I guess it's gonna be more the question, as it were. Hang on. Oopsies. Yes. Okay. So there's this ramp, and that ramp. So I guess if your tanks are like here and here. Okay. This might be easier to defend. Oh, well. Proxy Reaper. Spawning in the upper right as the Red Terran. From France, it is Xenoblaze. And not too far on the other side is the blue Protoss, Gigora. So, Proxy Reaper is very strong on maps with a lot of cliff space. I don't know how committed he's going to be to this Proxy Reaper, if it's just going to be the one Reaper, or if he's going to send multiple and follow up with mech behind that, or just go for a completely different playstyle. There's no reason why he has to do the same thing he did the previous game. But Xenoblaze, I want to say, likes his mech. It's been a while since I've seen him, and I can't trust my memory on such things, but gonna see the factory go down at home, and it was blocked. I don't think he realizes it was blocked. I think he wants that supply depot. Okay, there it goes. Reaper is gonna go in, and it will start the harassing. Stalker is not out yet, as the Reaper was proxied. Reaper is going to probably find itself at least 2 probes, I want to say. If the micro is good, okay, good probe micro. Might not find any probes. Wow! Stellar defense from Gigora. Pulling back the injured probes and losing none. Oh, he lost 1. When did he lose 1? This probe is still here. I guess the Reaper got it and I missed it. Oh, that's right. The thing doesn't show the I don't know what's it called, but the thing over here, when it's only 1 probe that dies. So I guess he lost 1 probe and that was it. Still, could have been worse. 1 is acceptable from Proxy Reaper. Reaper does come back in, and Stalker will escort it back out. I did not change the overlay. Brilliant, Xeno. Alrighty. Barracks is gonna go back home. Cloak Banshee going to be the follow-up. And there's no shield battery here. And there's no observer here. I'm getting worried for our Protoss player. Gigora may be in some trouble soon. Command center is nearly complete. That is going to allow Xenoblaze to leverage his advantage into the mid-game. Shield battery is here. Shield battery is going to save these Protoss forces from Cyclones. And the Cloak Banshee is on the way. I didn't click on it. Yes, I got the overlay. Sorry, Miguel. There is a 120-second delay, so it probably is still off. Alright, probes are falling, probes are being pulled, and the Banshee has not decided whether it wants to commit farther. Assuming his opponent has an observer, he's going to safely run away and come fight another day. Where did that observer go? Oh, there it is. Right there. Back at home, Xenoblaze has 3 Cyclones, Warp Prism, Zealot. That's not bad. I don't think you can pick up like that! Okay. Well. Most unfortunate. Banshees are gonna come back in. There are 2 of them, but the observer is out and in position. Gonna get 1 probe, 2 probes, 3 probes, 4 probes. Can I get a 5? decent shot. 5. And bye-bye go the Banshees. Meanwhile, these 3 Cyclones did come up. I think they wanted to run by in all that chaos, but they didn't quite get there. Nah, snipe the shield battery, but they need to be careful. The Stalkers are gonna step out and punish that. The Banshees can go back in now? Banshees? Banshees? No? No? Okay. And more barracks coming down, in fact, so gonna be playing a bio style after what would be a mech opener. Banshees are going to get a couple more probes and a sentry. Starport is flying home, and Stim is underway. With the 5 racks behind this 3rd base, this is gonna start to look scary for Grigora. I don't feel like he really has the whereabouts, or a proper read on this game, I should say. And he's been having to defend a lot of really random things. They're not random, but to the Protoss they feel random on a certain level. Like, first you defend Proxy Reaper, then you defend a couple Cyclones, then you defend Banshees, but it's all a very technical yo-yo of sorts. And he's navigated, he's alive, but taking a 3rd is gonna be its own issue, as he's invested a lot into army that I feel he needs to get something done. He's going for the same style that he did last time, where he has this proxy gateway and is going to look to pressure this 3rd. I don't feel like this is as advisable, because instead of going down a ramp into a base, you're going down a ramp and up another. So I question this decision for this map. But maybe it's just his best build and what he's comfortable with. Charge is going to close in on these retreating Cyclones. Gonna pick off at least 2 of them. I don't think they will get another. Okay, there's the charge. They will get another. Whatever. They're charge lots. Charge lots are good units. He's actually gone straight for the natural here. Good Guardian Shield is going to soak up a lot of those shots. Getting the tank is also nice. He's lost most of his Zealots, but the Terran doesn't have much either. And SCVs are going to be pulled. This will be held for Xenoblaze, and Stim is also complete. There's a lone Stalker. I don't even want to try and explain what the Stalker thought it was doing. It just couldn't find the army after the recall, I guess. And, oh! 3rd has gone down for Grigora, and Zealots are here. I don't know if this pylon can survive, but I don't know why there are so many random probes coming out. Anyway, double medevac drop is going to say something about the mining at this 3rd location. As the aggression swings back to the Protoss side of the map, I think this is some nice breathing room for Xenoblaze, and Grigora is losing a lot of supply that he's not prepared to lose. He's gonna lose his 3rd as well. don't feel this is conducive to okay. Terran's gonna pick up and feign a drop. That's nice. That's nice. Forces the Protoss army back so that he can safely retreat. And with this fourth going down for Xenoblaze, I don't see a scenario in which, like, there's no third for Gegora, and like, as the Protoss player, you cannot be down 2 bases against the Terran. That just doesn't work. I mean, the only thing worse would be a Zerg being down 2 bases against a Terran. Like, at least he has Storm? Maybe? Maybe? Storm is not yet complete. Oh man. He's gonna lose his harass tool, being this proxy gateway. He is closing in on this planetary, but that's not going to happen. As he has to engage the army, Storm does go down. Doesn't really get too much. There's no medevacs here though, so that's he's gonna be able to clean up most of this army. It's not terrible. The medevacs are actually on the other side of the map, getting some counter damage done. There's a lot to cover right now. This is being cleaned up. This is not being cleaned up. And so, well, this is not cleaned up. Oh man, sometimes you just gotta laugh at your own casting. Xenoblaze will take the rematch and keep the Terran dreams alive. Oh man. So, there were no medevacs at home, so there was nothing to heal the stimmed bio, because the medevacs were on the other side of the map trying to end the game. Essentially. And they did. And they did. The reinforcements and the tanks were enough to hold, as too much of the Protoss force was lost on the planetary, and there was no, the reinforcement point was taken out as well, so that like, that last attack was very all in for Gegora, and Xenoblaze played his defense well after all his harass in the start. Okay. So the next map will be either Year Zero or what else is in the pool? Played Port, played Cyber, played Automaton, played New Repugnancy. There's a standard map left, no? Kairos and Port are out. Cyber and Automaton are out. Brain is not working. King's Cove is the other one. Okay, so King's Cove and Year Zero. So the big maps are left, is what I'm hearing. Don't know anything about oh wait, no, I do. Okay. So I will start theorizing. Well, rumor has it that Kakashi... I'll wait. Even though there's a 120 delay, it would be better to wait. Xenoblaze is... whose map pick is it? I think it's Kakashi's. At any rate. Yeah. Protoss will have one revive still after this map. Assuming that Kakashi doesn't just win. And yeah, King's Cove, PVT, and okay, so this map I do play standard on. It was just New Repugnancy that I had nothing to offer because, like, I just don't play standard there ever. Spawning in the upper left as the red Terran for France, for the Terrans, it is Xenoblaze. No! There we go. And to the bottom right, I did not do the overlay, as the blue Protoss, it is Kakashi. Oh, I did do the overlay. Did I never do the overlay in the first place? I don't know. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. I just didn't remember doing the overlay. Okay. So, like New Repugnancy, Reaper can be strong here. But we're not going to get the proxy. And, unlike New Repugnancy, this is a very large map. Taking a third base is easy enough on New Repugnancy, but it is easier here. However, Protoss generally has to have a healthy Stalker count because, or Phoenix count, something to stop drops, because going from the third to the main is a very Terran thing to do with their medevacs. Terran can also position their siege tanks in like this location and shell a lot of mineral line, anything you have positioned here. And yeah, Terran should feel very comfortable on this map, but there's no reason why Protoss would not feel comfortable here either. Like there's no looming issues. Like Cyberforce is more like has all the Terran benefits with none of the minus the Reaper ledge, without any of the Protoss features to offset that. Like at least this is very large, so if a Protoss wants to play here, there's a lot of space for them to take this into powerhouse of the mid to late game. Like you can take a very greedy third here if you're that kind of Protoss. Nice Reaper wall, going to get this Zealot out. Why Zealot? Is the Cyber just late? The Cyber is late. Why is the Cyber late? I don't know. Anyway, Reaper is gonna get in, and I don't see any reason why you would slow the Cyber. I guess it was a mistake, and I guess this Reaper is going to exploit that mistake. Zealot is gonna push the Reaper off the ledge. meanie Zealot. Actually, Desperate Zealot. Doesn't have anything else to do. The Adept is out now, alas. And a Twilight Council going down. I believe he wanted another Gateway, but is not going to get that anytime soon. And yeah, 4 probes is fantastic start for Xenoblaze. I said this map is not bad for Reapers, but that wasn't even necessary. He just came in the normal way, right up the front. And he didn't even escape the other way. I'm gonna get a couple more probes, in fact. And the Stalker is going to engage. Reaper is going to die. Okay then. 6 probes down. Kakashi is not gonna be very happy with this game. Yeah. I did not do the score. There we go. Alrighty. 2 Cyclones moving across the map. They're going to see what other holes are in this Protoss defense. Double Forge going down, so Kakashi wanting to play for the late game. Or at least the mid game, I should say. And Stalker, Zealot here, not gonna quite be enough to deal with 2 Cyclones. Another Stalker is going to come down, probes are being pulled, and the Cyclones are going to... Not wanting to overstay their welcome, they're going to find engagement on the 3rd, but it is not there yet, as Kakashi has not been in the best of openings. 4 Stalkers are here, so these Cyclones don't want any of that. Just trying to get that probe count up. Hasn't taken his 3rd or 4th gas. I feel like you really need it if you're going to be on Double Forge. At least your 3rd. You don't necessarily need your 4th. Okay, so he's going to take his 3rd base, and now taking his 3rd gas. I'd like to see... okay, there's the Robo. And 5 more gateways, please. When you can afford them. Alright, 3rd base has completed, is being converted into an orbital. Mines are being spread around. So Xenoblaze has really battened down the hatches. There's no harass potential, really, realistically, for Kakashi. For now. He can put pressure, he can poke, but he can't really drop. 1-1 will be complete, and Blink Stalkers can go across the map, pick out the front. They'll have to be careful of the mines, but if anything is going to deal with mines at some semblance, Stalkers and Disruptors or whatever Robotech really is going to be a lot more useful. Scan goes down, sees the 1-1 whirling away. 3rd is nearing completion and gets 1-2 Cyclones. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oops. Xenoblaze is still in a very nice position after all this. He's up some 30 supply as the mech player, and this missile turret is going to push back this observer eventually. Okay, we're already moving the observer. There are some Hellions that are going to be intercepted by these Blink Stalkers. There is a kick in the back line. Donation of Stalkers. Donations are nice. I don't think Xenoblaze is going to reject any donations. And Zealots are on the way. 2-2 is on the way. Where is charge? Is charge done? Charge is done. Alrighty. So that's good. He's progressed into this gateway heavy style adequately. Kind of a bumpy way to get here, but he is here all the same. He has a Robotics Day and another Robo. I don't know if he's going to go Disruptors or Colossi. You can go either from this point in the game. He has a Warp Prism. And another Observer. Taking his gases. This is very Stats-esque. Stats versus Maro in the GSL versus the World. This is the build that Stats killed Maro with. More or less. There's a couple differences, but the basic premise is there. You go from Swarm Toss into it would be Colossus production. So yeah, we are going to see that 3-3 fired up and a 4th. I don't know if that's what you want against Mech though. It's not bad. He will be able to clear the mines well. I just don't know. I guess he can theoretically deny a 4th forever, right? But then he's gonna need a lot of stalkers to deal with battle cruisers. I think this is fine. It's just a matter of execution for both players. 4th is moving out, and the drop is going in. You're not going to find any purchase as there are 3 missile turrets right there. I mean, like I said, Xenoblaze invested a lot in static defense and mines and things that are sort of static defense. Function as static defense, I should say. Hellions have gone over to a possible 4th location, and now they're going to run into the 3rd. Pawn seeing nothing there. They're going to get themselves some nice probe kills. There's not any static defense to interrupt this harass, and they're going to find themselves 14 probes, 17 probes actually, before going down. Stargate's gonna be the follow-up for Kakashi, so he's gonna have, I guess, Tempest as an answer to the later stage of this game. There is a fusion core, so battle cruisers could become a thing. And Liberator harass going out. I believe that was spotted, yes, okay. There's the siege up, and it will be shut down immediately. There is another Liberator here. But it has not moved in yet. It's probably waiting to hit the natural at some point. Eventually, maybe, hopefully. Liberator range is also a reason for Sky Toss response or heavy stalker count. Too many Liberators will force nothing but Stargates. I don't know if Xenoblaze can get to that juncture, as the Protoss force should be engaging on the 4th right now. He seems pretty... Oh, actually, I looked at the supply wrong. Kakashi isn't maxed, which he should be. I'm not sure what hiccups caused this, but maybe some lapses in probe production. And we are 13 minutes into this game. Okay, he is filling it out now. And a little bit awkward army pathing. I'm gonna have some more repositioning. It seems like he's not sure where he wants to commit to his engagement. Hellions are also a thing that he has to account for, and I don't know if he's... Well, he has some cannons here. So there's some static defense at home. And if he is completely maxed out, which he is not, but if he gets to that point, he won't have Warpins to save him. So that's another thing that could be an issue. He may be saving supply for that, but I don't think so. He's going to get Tempest to add to his composition, not wanting to engage the Liberators by themselves, as he doesn't have a high Stalker or Archon count. And gonna pick off the spotting rocks. Hellions do come in. There are some cannons and a little bit of a Warpin available, so not finding much purchase with those Hellions, and the Tempests are here now. So chip damage is available, range is available, but Terran has gained an economy that I don't know how you sink this ship. So Kakashi maneuvered to the late game, but he didn't really maneuver to the late game in a fashion where he can control it well. He has these Tempests, those are nice, and there's not really a mobile fleet, so he will be able to find purchase for these Tempests over a long period, which is nice. They just don't have the mobility or fortifications. Like, they don't have a lot of armor. So they're kind of fragile still. So I'm skeptical if this is the game he wants to play. At any rate, he is here. And this is the game. He's made his bed. He will have to sleep in it. Mines are gonna run under this. Okay, that's... He has an observer, so he can clear that if he so desires. I'd like to see him take the Observer and Colossi and clear the mines while his Tempest engage the Liberators. I think that's the best thing for his... The mine! Okay, bye Tempest. Bye many Tempests. Ran a little bit too far with that. Eating a lot of... That is how the Tempests are feeling. Okay, Zealots are going to step up and feign defense. They can't actually engage anything that was in that. Like, they don't deal with battle cruisers or Liberators. But this is a very heavy Zealot army, and I think he should bleed out some of these Zealots. I don't really know where he can. Oh, he can run them this way and like have many of his Zealots attack this probe line, or SCV line, rather. And that would be a good division of his army, but he's kind of just clumped everything together, and I don't see... Like, those Zealots, they can't... Okay. Well, now that Terran is moving out, that's a different story. The Zealots are gonna get on top of these Thors. They're gonna offer some DPS for the moment. Kiting with his Tempest, trying to shave off these battle cruisers, gets all of the battle cruisers now working on the Tempest line. I think this was a mistake for Xenoblaze to move out. He's gonna lose most of this force. And Kakashi has cleaned up a lot of this. He lost most of his ground force, but he has one Stalker. One Stalker is not nothing. Okay, it's pretty much nothing at 18 minutes, but he has a remax potential of the Warpins. He doesn't have a lot of minerals. He has plenty of gas, but not a lot of minerals. Tanks are over here. I think Xenoblaze actually is trying to get to Battlecruiser. Like, I think he's trying to produce from his starports, which is why he went for that push. Now that or just change up his mech composition. See some Vikings coming out. Oh, I don't have this on. That would be helpful. He's producing Liberators, he's producing Thors, he's producing Mines. Well, tanks were not going to help him as he developed, but I don't know if I agree with that attack still. But I don't play Mech Terran, so I don't actually know. I do play Protoss. Not this kind of Protoss. I mean, I play Swarm Toss. He started Swarm Toss. I generally don't feel a need to get to Tempest. But he was very much interested in Tempest production, and he's gotten to that point of the game where the Tempests are going to help a lot. The carriers are defending from the Vikings with their kind of funny effect on the targeting systems. Donating some SCVs, and supply is of greater relevance. I mean, look at this mineral bank. All he needs is gas. Xenoblaze is not going to be hurting on a remax even. He just needs gas. Oh, Gargora is in the chat saying the same thing. Losing some probes to these battlecruisers that can teleport away! Teleport away! Not happening! Did they teleport here? Is that what happened? They must have teleported there. It's unfortunate. Okay. So 3 battlecruisers down, a lot of Thor Viking. Thor Viking is a pretty strong anti-air composition. I don't know how well that will fare against the charge lot carrier exactly, but it can definitely go toe-to-toe with a lot of it. Making some Archons as Storm, well, Storm could be useful, but having the tank is also nice. Engaging through the choke, I like the route he's taking to get there, but yeah, no. This is a nice push coming out of the Terran. The Viking count is thinning, but he's taken out a lot of the Protoss fleet before that. So now it's just the Thors and a handful of carriers. Needs to think about maybe a couple of mortals, but charge slots are going to be adequate. They are fully upgraded, and they will clean this up with the support of the heavyweight Protoss units. A couple mines are going off. There are some SCVs on this corner here. Oh, are there drilling claw mines? Yeah, must be. So there is need for an observer, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 7. And +2 armor. At any rate, we've gotten into this stage of the game where Xenoblaze is gas starved, and Kakashi is somewhat content to just continue. He's still looking to poke, but like, he should realize that his army has way more mobility than anything the Terran can muster. because he can always warp in charge lots. He is going over to this top side. He could just warp in charge lots and anyway. Orbital is going to float on over. Mines are going off again. Gotta pay your mine tax. And we request your shield health and 1 unit per mine. And the main Terran force is coming over to secure this expansion. I don't think you're gonna hold this, Xenoblaze. There are a lot of mines that can skew the numbers. Storm is available, not quite getting the mines with that, but a lot of the Terran force. Archons are underneath this though. He's cleared most of the sky toss, and no detection means that these mines may get another shot. But for the time being, this is not the end of the world. The mines are gonna get a Colossus, but they will get cleaned up before they get the next shot. Finally, we get those observers that we were asking for, and this base is gone. Is gone. Alrighty. More observers coming in, and High Templar really spending that gas bank, and these 3 mines are still here. Taking another base is Kakashi. This is not too bad for Kakashi. He's maneuvered what was a precarious opening. He got all the tech that he needed. He got the Colossi. He got, like, it may not have been the... okay, so I want to speak something to having a clean build. It may not have been the best build for what he was facing, but it was a complete build in that it had tools to deal with all possibilities. And so, like, there may be another build, I don't know what that other build is off the top of my head, that was more optimal for the mech of his opponent. But his build had tools for everything, and he was able to max out. So from there, the way his build's win condition is to not take damage from Hellions, and shut down all the expansion potential of his opponent. And he's kind of done that. For the most part. Sort of. He's certainly taken some damage here and there, but I feel decent in his position. Like, he's maxed out, the Terran is not. The Terran is gas-starved. Like, Xenoblaze has money for days, but his money is purely in Hellions. So as long as he doesn't take damage from Hellions, he can just contain the Terran to infinity. And take the whole map. Gonna shut down this base as Terran is not in position to stop that. I think he wants more, and I'm okay with that. The Terran is still out of position. I'm gonna close in on this base. That's not a huge deal, but he does shut down one gas geyser worth of mining. So that is one thing that's nice. Really, taking out these bases is about limiting the gas income for the Terran. kind of hard to see what's going on, but I believe Protoss has just won. But the Patience Blink is going to get on top of these Thors. There are mines in the back line. He's got to be a little bit careful still as he doesn't have. Oof. Ouch. Okay. All in all, this is the last bastion of hope for Xenoblaze. This is all his gas where it will ever come from. He will never have enough of an army to secure another base. And this army has to kill the Protoss. That's the state of the game. And as so much as two observers were to come out and clear these Widow Mines, or one observer even, but the Protoss force is just too massive. The mines will not get a second shot. Kakashi will take the game and the series. So Protoss wins 4-2. I believe. Okay. Let me see what has happened. We had something happened. Zerg won the Archon. Whatever that was. Then PVZ. Zerg won the PVZ. TVP. Protoss won the PVT. Oh, I see now. So, is it... I am confused again. I thought I understood what was going on. Now I don't understand what's going on. Okay. I haven't been here from the start, so that is the one issue. We've had like 3 caster changes just due to the length of this tournament, really, and the things coming up for people. Xeno has 4 workers now. I'm Xeno. What are you talking about? I'm not playing. Oh, man. Daylight savings is another thing. That's kind of skewed our... outcomes here. I believe we have one more series, but I don't know. It's supposed to start on year 0, but I don't know who's playing for that. I imagine Protoss and Zerg, but I'm not certain. I don't know how this works. Or no, We haven't had a TVZ. Have we? We had a PVZ, TVP. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know how this works. Maybe one of you have been following along from when Swagger was casting, or what Miguel said, better than I did. I'm sorry. At any rate, it should become clear soonish. Okay, we've been invited to a party. I'm going to sneeze. Oops, wrong Xeno. I don't know. Sniper saying a ZVT is next. I don't know if that... I imagine Sniper is correct. As, he's watched a good portion of this, I think. At any rate, I'm going to throw it to the break screen while this is figured out, and I will inform you when I know. But don't go anywhere. My mom is looking at me like I'm crazy. She's on the other side of the window, and I just motioned to you guys that this is a ZVT. But hi! You guys are correct in the chat. Oh, you guys watched the other two series. Fantastic. That would explain why. You guys know. This is year 0. And it is the matchup that I never play because I do not play Zerg or Terran. But in the upper right as the green Zerg, for the Swarm, it is Swexteen. And in the upper left as the red Terran, it is Muton. Okay, everything is set up correctly. Looks like a normal opener from both players. Nothing too extravagant. Probably everyone's favorite matchup. Probably. Even though I don't play this matchup, I certainly watch TVZ over mirror matches, so I even watch this over PvP, which is not good. My PvP is... it leaves something to be desired. Alright. Confirms the hatch first. Goes right back home with the SCV. And gets the command center on the low ground. So, good safe play coming out of Muton. I'm gonna just make sure that there isn't like a fast pull, build the CC on the high ground just as a safety precaution. No need. I'm gonna get started straight away. Reaper should go out. There it goes. And yeah. Gonna have that factory. One Marine for the Overlord for potential wing pressure if they went across the map instead of something else. Reaper is denying the third. Nice grenade, nice jukes, and wow, nicely handled. So this third is going to be considerably later than Swexteen intended, and the Reaper will... Nope. I was about to say that okay, the third does go down. Alas, Swexteen has taken his expansion a solid 40-ish seconds later than he intended. Speed has now finished up for the Zerg. And yeah, pretty normal stuff. Hellion's gonna be the opener. This might actually be a Hellion drop. 4 Hellions, medevac, straight to the main. Armory underway. Maybe it's a Hellbat drop. Well, Hellions into Hellbat. Or it could just be a Hellbat push. Picking up the Marines to get them across the map sooner, I presume, and Hellions can run straight out. There is an Overlord in this location, but not in this one. So this will not be scouted until it's on creep, I would say. Swextine is making some lings. And Hellions or Hellbats have been morphed. I believe the Queen saw this, so lings are coming around and go up onto the high ground. Good maneuvering there. Looking for as much damage as you can with this Hellion pressure, or Hellbat pressure, I should say. Gonna get a scan, clear some creep. That's nice. That's nice. That Queen count is pretty high though, so pushing through this is going to be rather difficult as transfuses are available. There's 1, 2 transfuses. That Queen does fall eventually. Things are going to come in. Right between the Hellions or Hellbats are very strong against lings, but not strong enough as that was a healthy ling count. Third is nearly complete for the Terran. Banshee is out, and Stim is out. Or not out, nearly complete, I should say. Gonna switch these over for tank production, and is Cloak done? Or are we just not done? At any rate, these lings and banelings are knocking on this front door. There's not, oh my. Oh my. Banshees are chipping away, but the lings are as well. The lings are working on this third. I don't think that's what you should be doing. I'm gonna go for the SEVs instead now, as they probably should have. You're still gonna get something. That's decent. Mortar damage. I feel like you should have just stayed there. Only one gets out. Then Hydro Snap is nearly complete. Sniper has been here since the beginning. Excellent, excellent. So Sniper knows what's up. You guys aren't completely lost. Even though I was for a little bit. 1-1 is... well, 1 of 1-1 is nearly done. The armor will be a bit later. Not of major consequence, but having those synced would have been nice for this next push. I don't think Baneling speed is done. No, it is not. So that's gonna be unfortunate. This engagement must be taken on creep, or else these Banelings will just never connect. Well, in a perfect world. He stopped kiting, so they did connect. Oh man. Caster's Curse, right? At any rate, one connection is all you need, and this force will be forced back. Where are we? No fourth is down yet for the Zerg. Swextine more concerned with not dying. Okay, there's the fourth. I wonder if he saw something that made him think of a drop. Maybe he just didn't see anything, so that's why. Anyway, Banshees are cloaked and poking. Poking. There be the poking. Hiya. Okay. scans, killing some creep tumors. Muton is... okay, he will scan. I was gonna say he's not gonna get that last creep tumor, but then... oh, there's an observer there. But there's only one Hydra. That's quite unfortunate. Overseer. Alright. Alas, the Banshees have been cleaned up. 6 Hydras and a handful of Lingbane are marching across the map. They're gonna try to do something about this 4th base. I think they can get the cancel. Maybe? No, there's Terran is not entirely out of position, so just gonna get the delay. The SCV and the delay. And that is a lot of Terran. I think Suxteen is in a lot of trouble. Muton is powering through this. Good Baneling connections, but there's more where that came from. Lots of mines and lots of bio. Gonna pick up some of this for a multi-prong, I presume. And I think Muton can just go. I don't think there's enough Zerg on the map. Like, there's Ling, there's Hydra, but if these 2 medevacs hit in one location while the main force hits from another, I'm not sure how Suxteen is gonna handle that. I feel like this is okay. That was a decent start. Gonna start to get those preemptive splits, very important for the Banelings. And behind this, while all this action is going on at the front, the double medevac drop has decimated the middle line of the 3rd. This will get cleaned up, so that's nice. Oh, I didn't even see he had one of this. And Suxteen is... he's not dead, but he needs to get a lot of counter damage. He may not have the means to get a lot of counter damage. There's a planetary here. There's plenty of bio in the natural. There's a tank at the 3rd. And it's a big map. It's a very big map. I think this game is going to Muton. I don't know when he'll take the game, but, like, it's his game to lose. Muton is in a phenomenal position after, just really a lot of, good harass and finally, clearing an entire mineral line for the most part. Suxteen is suiciding some markers, and, okay. Well, that happened. Whatever that was. A Ling run by that was not anticipating a planetary. That's what that was. Lingbane Hydra. There's an infestation pit. There's an Ultralisk then on the way. But there isn't an economy to support any of this. He's sitting on 53 workers to his opponent's nearly 80. I'm gonna go for this engagement. That's not a terrible connection of Banelings, but he has nothing else. He has a Hydra. Singular. Okay. Couple more Hydras. The next larva cycle went into Lings, so he has something. But it's not enough. He has no Banelings, and this is a good Liberator minefield. There's just... it's... how do you engage this? Like, yes, he didn't need to engage like that. He could have gotten something better, but even if he got something better, even if he clears out most of the Marines, like, this is a fantastic display of Liberator Mind. They could, like, camp over this entire mineral line, and Swexine would have nothing to say about that. He's taking his time moving in there, though. So maybe with all this, there's gonna be another engagement. But not all the mines have detonated. A Liberator will fall. He's just gonna go home. He's content with 12 worker kills. And now he's doubled the worker supply. And more than doubled the total supply. He is... Muton is maxed. Why does he need to go home? I guess he just needs to regroup. Lots of command centers coming down. And this 5th is not going to fall. This is probably going to be the nail in the coffin once Swexine realizes how much Terran he is up against. Muton is pushing through the center. He's done a fantastic job clearing the creek, and I don't see any world in which Swexine deals with his army. Lots of mines. Banelings are not going to enter this state of the game. Ultralisk is out. That's... Oh. Bye. The Ultralisk is dead. Liberator over the 3rd, and Marines are going to get the GG. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. Mines for days. For days. The drilling claw memes are real. The drilling claw memes are real. Looks like Hemlock. Excuse me. Looks like Hemlock will be the next player for the Zerg. Anything else? Well, we didn't actually see a lot of airplay out of either of the players on the map. That it's not like... So even by air, the map is very large, but it's very easy to just jump into the... Like, when he's pushing through that center, he could have taken some medevacs and just hopped into the main with that. It's a very straightforward path. So we didn't really see something come out of that map. So we might not see like crazy draws. But he still got a good drop off on the third, and that's like, once he got that drop off, I think is where the game was largely irrecoverable. Like, there were still scenarios in which Zerg pulls it back, maybe with a Nidus, but those were few and far between and highly improbable. So we should be getting Muton versus Hemlock next. What is Hemlock? I recognize the word as a name for something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh. What has transpired here? Hang on. Poisonous plant. I can search Google. A highly poisonous European plant of the parsley family, with purple spotted stem, fern-like leaves, small white flowers, and an unpleasant smell. A sedative or a poisonous potion obtained from the hemlock plant, such as a potion which said to have been used to poison Socrates. King's Cove will be the next map. Yes. A coniferous North American tree with dark green foliage that is said to smell like hemlock when crushed. Grown chiefly for timber and pulp production. Also grown in Europe as an ornamental. Okay. So we now know what hemlock is outside of StarCraft. I wonder if it will have any bearing on Hemlock's Zerg-esque gameplay. I mean, it is a very natural substance, right? So, let's see. Acid, parasitic bomb, corrosive biles. They're all kind of in that vein of poisons and... Okay. Starting off on King's Cove, or our second game, which is on King's Cove. CDT. Taking a third should be easy here. Anything else? Could see some drop harass. Alright. In the bottom right, as the red Terran, it is Muton. And to the top left, as the green Zerg, it is Hemlock. Alrighty. I am going to run to the restroom while they pause.
Game paused. Game resumed.
Okay. Same openings as last game. Reaper comes in, third is already down. So, he won't be starting off the game with a 30-40 second delay like his ally did. Teammate. And otherwise, is this a 2-1-1 instead? Oh no, this is a, okay, it's the same build. Probably. For some reason I looked at this factory and thought it was a barracks, but then I was confused where his factory was. I was like, looking at this and saying to myself, how can you have a starport without a factory? That is the factory. It just, okay. Xeno is not a Terran player. I mean, Xenoblade is, but Xenodactyl is not. Alright, 4 Hellions, a Reaper. Gonna move out now. So, same opening, but different push. Not gonna have the... Instead, 2 Hellions are gonna be out... well, this push hits a little bit earlier, and there's not gonna be a medevac with this. No armory, no hellback potential. Just gonna look to put on some pressure. So just more conservative 1-1-1 doesn't have to get critical damage. You know, now that I think about it, this may be the original plan, but because the Reaper got so much damage in the first game, he's like, I can put on more pressure. Wings are gonna get in, there's no wall here, their Hellions are not home. Oh no. 7 SCVs have gone down and more are falling. Wings are a nomin, nom, happy wings, and find themselves Hellions that's not what they want. And now with these returning Hellions, the SCVs can go back to mine. And the Zerg threat has been momentarily contained. more Hellions are swinging around to the third. There's nothing there yet, but they can make life annoying for Muton. Training Nest, Evolution Chamber. Oh! More wings have entered. They're gonna find themselves 5 more SCVs. I'm not entirely sure this is worthwhile. Okay, they got the tank. They're gonna get a couple more SCVs. Okay. Never mind. What am I talking about? This is fantastic. And the mule. And they get out. Who was I to doubt? Protoss players. What do they know? Oh, man. It's a fantastic position for Hemlock. Excuse me. I thought he was just gonna get like 5 SCVs, and then I realized that there was nothing on the ground for the Terran, and then I was like, oh, okay. Well then. Stim is just about completing, and this third base is never going to float over. It's going to like stay there and repopulate the natural, and then this is just gonna be like 3 racks pressure. Like, Muton has to get counter damage, and Lord will fall, that's something. Free damage. Free damage is how you come back, I guess. Banshee is being cloaked, and there is a spore, so not finding much. Can get 2 S3. Okay, 3 SCV pro drones. Oh, it died. Okay. Queens were happy to shoot. A little too happy. Double medevac drop is going out. There's 16 Marines in that. 2 tanks are at home. Okay. This double medevac drop has to get a lot done. I mean, Muton has replenished his second base, but I do feel that well, there's not a lot for the Zerg army-wise just yet. Baneling speed is complete. Gonna respect the maneuverability of those Marines. Backs up and then re-engages. Connects with half of the Marines. There are still Lings at this third though, so that's why there didn't seem to be as much as there could have been. Cute. Gonna force the army to clear out these Lings first, and they're just gonna trade out. They don't need to play no hit and run tactics. And with that, the Lingbane force is going to step up and look for some more damage. They do have Baneling speed, and this is a narrow corridor, so by only showing the Lings at first, he may force the Terran to engage him, and gonna try and get behind the Terran, cutting off the retreat. Connects, but there was still units in the medevacs, so and the tanks did survive. Supply is still in favor of the Zerg, but I think he wanted more than that with that Wingbane. At least it was relatively expendable. Hydra count is daunting. I mean, this is a fantastic position for Hemlock. He has plenty of Hydras. Banes are morphing in a safe location where they will complete effortlessly. And the fourth is going down for Muton as he realizes that he just has to transition. Like, that double medevac was all he had, and I just don't know where he goes from here. He's gonna send out another medevac. Gonna look for some harass, see what damage he can get done. I mean, it's part of how you play the game. I'm not knocking his decision making. I'm just uncertain how he recovers. Like, there are no good options is what I'm getting. Like, this isn't bad. He only lost a Marine, and he forced some attention from the Zerg. He got 5 drones, and that's damage that is allowing him to find his way back into this game. It's pressure that he doesn't have to take. It's definitely better to be putting on pressure than defending if... I mean, not from his position, right? Like, he doesn't have a lot to defend with, so if he doesn't have to defend, that helps his cause. SCV or Ling is going to chip away on this, really just spotting the fact that there is a fourth, and that kind of tells Hemlock that, hey, I don't have a whole lot to worry about. There's this drop here that my Ling Banes are running away from when they really shouldn't be. I'm gonna send those right back. And Terran is gonna push up the center. Yeah, this is it's okay. Okay, he's cleared everything out. Too much Zerg. I guess Muton wasn't quite ready to take that engagement, and the Ling Bane just crashed into everything. It was kind of a narrow corridor to go through with the Ling Bane. He will clean this up, but not after, or not before losing his 4th base. Fourth base will be remade and floated back over again. And Hemlock maintains his lead. It's not like I don't. He did lose his entire army for that, which is a little bit unfortunate. Like, all in all, Infestation Pit is on the way, or rather complete. Hive is complete. Ultralists are out. Okay, this is kind of scary for Muton. Muton, I don't think Muton is ready for Ultralists. So, like, if we compare this game to the previous game, Muton did face an Ultra, but it was a completely different scenario. This will be Ultras plural. This will be off the back of a much more commanding opener. Chitinous plating will be a factor. Ling Bane Hydra with centrifugal hooks is also in play. Like, the creep spread, it has not been deterred. Just all the things a Zerg wants, really. Terran is gonna try for a push up the center. Zerg is already there. Zerg is going out to meet this. Terran is aware and retreating. Tank lines have been drawn. There's just not enough bio. There's too much Banelings. The Ultras will close the distance, getting on top of everything here. The foil is not yet a planetary, and GG will be called. Hemlock ties up the series. And this will bring out the second Terran. I imagine that will be what are all these? Oh, overlay. So King's Cove goes to the Zerg, and what else have we? I think this is where Istex comes out, right? I think Istex is next. I mean, basically, well, it might be Xenoblaze. Xenoblaze might want to revive himself later. So it could be either player. I think Xenoblaze is a lot stronger than the other two Terrans. Well, at least I think he's stronger than Muton. Or at least more versatile. It's kind of hard to say. I feel like he'd be stronger in this matchup at least. Like, don't get me wrong, Muton is fantastic, but there were some things with the, like, he did a really good job with his Reaper when he could get it across the map and delay the third. But when he couldn't do that, and oh, it looks like it's gonna be Xenoblaze, but when he couldn't do that and he didn't have that opening advantage, I don't feel like his bio, the micro with his bio was where it needed to be to stop Hemlock. Now this is only, I didn't see Muton play earlier, and I haven't seen Xenoblaze play this matchup. But I've seen Xenoblaze, or at least not recently, but I've seen Xenoblaze play before, so I'm gonna guess he's gonna be the revive, but really hard to say. And I don't know Istex enough. Like, I've played against him, and he's EU, and I haven't had the opportunity to practice with him yet. Maybe we will. Where else are we? Okay, Kairos Junction, a short rush map. Otherwise, it's a lot like Port Alexander. Kairos and Port are like the same. It's just one is for macro and one is for rushes. For the most part. There's a couple other minor details, but they're like situationally different. Like, Kairos has no good cannon locations for PvP, but it's decent for PvZ. Mostly 12 pool and pull drones. Anyway, we are on a very deep tangent that has nothing to do with this game. So, spawning in the bottom right as the red Terran, it is Xenoblaze. And to the top left as the green Zerg, it is Hemlock. But see what I mean about it being very situational? Like, that has no bearing on a PvP. So I can't really say that that's a trait of the map. It's just situational to that particular style of play. What else would be situational is like tank lines, but if there's no Terran. There is a Terran in this game, so we could see tank lines here. Or here. Even a tank here can be kind of annoying if like you're trying to clear creep through this space. Anyway. Standard opening. Looking standard on both sides. I did not set the score. Did I even do the overlay? I did not do the overlay. Xeno. Okay. There we go. Watch. In 2 minutes, all of you are going to be yelling at me about the overlay, and I'm just gonna be like, it's already fixed. What are you guys talking about? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Third is not down yet, and the SCV is there to delay that for the moment. Reaper is also going to pick off these wings, so they're gonna have a hard time getting over. Hemlock is desperately going to try for that, but good grenade. And Roachwarren gonna come down for Hemlock. Has he just said screw it and said, oh, if I get a third, fantastic. If I don't get a third, oh well. Okay, wings are going to take that SCV out at least, but the Reaper is still here and the third is still... oh, he's not even droning. Okay. Who said we need a third? This is a short rush map. Xeno said it was a short rush map. Let's get roaches and go across the map. Hellions are going to be the mid-game pressure unit, and a Banshee is on the way. That's going to be nice against the roaches. Cloak is also being researched. That probably won't be a terrible factor. But the roaches are out. 7 roaches are going across the map. Couple wings to support. And behind this we have drones in a drone in production, a spore in production. We'll have to see exactly what he gets done off this very committed pressure. Cheese, in fact, if I do say so. A couple SCVs are falling immediately. Wall is not there! The roaches are in the main. Hellions do come back and they will start working away after these roaches, but... find themselves 6 SCVs. I don't know if that's enough. Yeah, I feel like this is fine. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate to lose 6 SCVs. But where are we in this game? The Zerg does not have a third. He's stuck on Roach Tech. He cannot transition out of. And he can get Ravagers, and those will shoot up, sort of. they will shoot straight up and come straight down. But that's not going to help him against these Banshees. He's going to have to defend with Queen and 4. The Hellions are going to be where the Roaches are not. Taking a page out of Sun book. The Hellions are, and the Reaper in fact, are going to get themselves 9 drone kills. So remember those, so, you know, the Zerg is supposed to be the aggressor in this situation, right? You're the one cheesing, you're the one putting on early game damage, and now you've taken more damage than you dished out for your cheese. Yes, he has breached the Terran base, and he is getting on top of these, so he's gonna offset some of this. There is a Banshee here though, so these Roaches need to get a lot done. The Banshee is not contributing! Okay, there it goes. Mule goes down. Gets eaten up. Oh, sorry. Alrighty. So, they're even on workers lost in this second stage, and there's just no third for the Zerg. The Terran has a Zerg. It's not on location, but it's there. You know, he can float it over. It's an orbital. He has mules. He has things. These Roaches have to get more done. Hemlock is like, he knows he needs more, and he's not going to get more. There is a tank on the high ground, and that is going to be all she wrote. This tank is the anchor, and these Roaches are bad. I'm gonna start up some more queens. The Banshees are just kind of like, okay, you don't have a third. You actually don't have a third. I can shoot down a missile turret. I can pick off drones. Got the Roach Warren. Oh, with this Roach Warren gone, there's nothing. Nothing here. This game is very much lost. Xenoblaze has defended and has attacked. There's no answer. There are a couple spores, which, I mean, they buy time. Hydralistan is gonna fall, that's exposed. Yep. Most unfortunate. Queen is gonna fall. Oh no. Spore. It does burrow in time. And with the high layer falling, Xenoblaze will pick up the third game. Alrighty. So it should be Xenoblaze versus someone. I want to say Korthus. Captain Korthus. Oh, Korthus is the captain. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. So, for those of you that don't know Korthus, on his stream he features a ship, like a sailing ship, and he like that's one of his themes, right? Captain Korthus, and he's the captain of the Zerg. So yeah, okay, fitting. The Zerg ship is this Leviathan is gonna dock at Port Alexander. Get your boats ready. Just had to. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get Korthus versus Xenoblaze. Definitely a much anticipated match. I don't know how this map is going to affect things. I don't know much about Korthus's playstyle. I feel like Korthus is a very general approach Zerg. Like I can't think of a style that I associate with Korthus. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I watched his stream. Okay. I did play him, but me playing him says nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, that tells me nothing about how you want to play a macro PV or ZVT when you play a Zerg vs. Cannon. Anyway. What is the score? It is 2-1 in favor of the Zerg. Oh, well, okay. Spawning in the bottom left with the double SCV going out quite early. It is the Red Terran from France. It is Xenoblaze. I guess it must just be a Xeno thing to cheese. And in the top left as the green Zerg, representing Alpha X and representing the Swarm. It is Korthus. Okay. Okay then, we're gonna get the double racks proxy. We'll see if he gets a third once this one finishes. No gas yet, so I'm not sure what exactly he intends. This might just be like very conservative, like 6 Marines, a bunker, 2 bunkers. Start a factory, command center at home. Well, no, that's not right. If you're being conservative, you have to take the gas for the factory. So the proxy will be scouted by the Overlord, and drones have been pulled. The SCV is gonna fall. This will have to be cancelled. Well, that's unfortunate. 2 Marines in an SCV. Another Marine comes out, and that gets surrounded immediately. Drones are idle. Drones are retreating. Lings are in production. There is a spine crawler on the high ground that will have to waddle down to the low ground for this next bunker. And the Marines are here. Lings need to engage this soonish. Okay. Bringing the drones so that he can get the full surround. Nicely done. And this is not going to work. Xenoblaze is in quite a lot of trouble. There are those gases, so he can transition into a factory. But make no mistake, this is not the opening he was looking for. It's still playable. He's gonna split up and get his scout off and all those things, but I definitely do feel he wanted more. CC does start on the high ground, barracks will land in the main, and the factory is nearly complete. It's still a good couple seconds away. Gets a full scout, sees no lair, sees that it's only one gas, can infer that there's not going to be some quick aggression coming across the map, and speed done? Oh, speed has started. Okay. All in all, Starport is going down. Xenoblaze is going to have to play from behind. Baneling Nest is coming up for Korthus. Barracks lands at one possible third location. The other third has been taken. Things force the lift off. I feel like as the Terran, you kind of want Zerg to take this as their third, because then your medevacs can jump better. But I guess if you're going for Banshees, maybe it doesn't matter. Just being annoying with his barracks. It's on fire now, so it will die eventually. Unless it is repaired by some magic mule that is not worth right now. I mean, realistically, this barracks was never meant to get home. Third command center is a little over halfway done. At this point, I'll say 2/3. And here come the Lings. They really have to be careful if they really want to engage this. Those are Hellions. There's a wall going up. Okay, Lings should go home now. There's no reason to stay here. I mean, they don't have to go home, but they're not gonna find more. Overlord does fall as the Banshee provides high ground vision. And Spore going down at the third. Oh wow, there is sunshine outside. And it's already 5 o'clock. Huh, oh yeah, daylight savings. That thing where we gain more time magically. Hellions are going to run in. They need to get a lot of damage, but there are a lot of Lings. They're kind of inflicting a lot of damage just by the threat of them running in. Central Fleet Hook is not yet done. These drones are gonna get barbecued. Some more Banelings being morphed. Central Fugal is not here yet. Would have been nice. Queens are falling. This hatchery. Is this hatchery gonna fall? Banshee putting the pressure on the Baneling. They must engage. And that was not the trade he wanted. Most unfortunate. And Hellbats have been morphed. These Lings will be cleaned up. Oh no. He has just enough good splitting of his forces to ensure that he can clear up the Hellbats, but I do think this hatch will fall. Maybe? Maybe? No? I get the hatch? Sometime today? Eventually? No! The queens have done it! The target fire was not there! Oh man. Xenoblaze must be kicking himself about that. Oh man. Oof. Gonna work away at this other hatchery. It's gonna open up the space for the Banshee to come back in and snipe that. So all in all, he does get the hatch, which is what matters, right? Zerg is gonna be sent back to 2 bases. No cancel on that. Okay, okay. This is not bad. This is not bad. I do believe Xenoblaze has brought himself back from what was a poor opener, and we have a game on our hands. Like, yes, Xenoblaze is behind on overall supply and workers, but he's gotten the damage. He's hiccuped his opponent. Korthus is not. He's not comfortable. He's not comfortable. He's had to defend a lot of annoying Terran things, and Xenoblaze has maneuvered himself into a powerful mech position where he is now going to have a double expansion, or potentially, on the back of this. So his economy will be in a phenomenal position soon. Mutas are going to try and hiccup this though. This should trigger mines or Thors, something. Something that shoots up, besides Marines. Okay, 1 Thor is underway, a Cyclone as well. Missile turrets going down. These mines these mutas are doing phenomenal, as there are no mines in the back. Cyclone is going to fall. A couple lock-ons are going to start clearing these mutas. And swinging over to the natural, there's already 2 missile turrets there, so gonna have to run away. They could get the mule. Not interested. Thor is here, and Thor is going to secure the main. A couple wings are stepping up on the 3rd, but Hellions are going to clean that up with ease, and yeah. Lingbane Muta, the retro composition of the Zerg, the all-time favorite, I would say. Very mobile, very harass friendly. Banlings spilling into the 3rd, gonna find themselves some SCV. Alrighty. So with the more recent Thor sort of buff-ish, range buff, these Thors are going to be quite nice, pushing back the mutas, and there's not a lot of answer here in the Zerg army for this mech. That's not to say that Finns cannot clear this, but Korthus has to be very careful how he takes his engagement. His mutas are trying to push back, but I just don't think he has enough damage. This is looking more and more precarious as the mech pushes into the Zerg's base. There are still 3 Thors here. And a round of Lings are trying to get on top of all this. They will clean up at least 2 of the Thors. The third one is gonna fall with the help of the Queens. And Porthos should stabilize. No more mech coming across the map, so this space will be saved. Just barely. Lings are mounting for the counter-aggression. 4th base is floating over. A little bit too much mech here. Just a little. And with 5 CCs, or 5 orbitals, Xenoblaze is gonna have mules for days. Mules and scans. Mules and scans. Hellions are back in the mineral line. This is okay. Oh. Lots of tanks here. Hydras are in play now. I guess I wasn't watching the production tab, but gonna be able to clear up these tanks, but it's kind of costly. He's losing a lot of gas that I don't think he wanted to lose. And the tanks are... Okay, well, there's no way home. So I'm not sure why he decided to retreat like that. It didn't really make a difference. Alright, Korthus is down some 50 supply. He did lose a good number of drones and army units. Mostly Hydras and Lings. Lots of Lings. Lots of Lingbane. And Xenoblaze is looking to push his advantage. From what was a dangerous opening, he's found himself in a dominating mid-game. He's gonna take his tank, Hellbat, force, supported with a few Thors for the Mutas, and Porthos is not ready for this. This is not the position he wants to be taking this fight. He's gonna lose this space and lose this game. GG, well played. Xenoblaze will take the Terrans to match point. Oh, he was going Ultras? That would explain the problem. Ultras do not fight well against mech units. I would have rather Vipers or Swarm Hosts or Infestors, really anything. Lings, for pity's sake. At least, I mean, Lings don't do well against Hellbats, but at least they're more mobile and can outmaneuver the... Okay. Maybe some autopilot. And I didn't see him make any Ultras, though, so... He may have just wanted the tech and wasn't sure where he was in the game, so... Automaton gonna be the next map, and the revive option for the Zerg is gonna be, I imagine, Korthus. Maybe Hemlock. But probably Korthus, yeah? Okay. Korthus is going to be the revive. And, I don't know how the, what the results of this will be, other than, like, how do we determine a race winner? I forgot. It's been a while since I played the Race Wars. Like, it was like, when? Last year sometime? I don't remember. Anyway. 3, 1. Spawning in the upper right as the red Terran. It is Xenoblaze. The bottom left as the green Zerg. It is Korthus. Team Protoss needs Terran to drop a map to tie the tourney. Okay. So saith Gagora. So, Team Protoss is rooting for Korthus in this game. And we have standard openers this time. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I talking about? Last game was standard. This is, what is this? Didn't Maru explain to us that all games are supposed to involve a Terran proxy? Oh man. Reaper is gonna come across the map and it's going to look to deny the third after scouting. Sometimes I feel very silly explaining what is happening in a game of StarCraft because, like, there are certain expected norms, and if you are playing those expected norms, and it's like, what else is there to talk about? You know, the Reaper is gonna have a kind of funny mine, or KDR charge. Looking for those lings. The third is already down for Korthus, so that's nice. Oh, there was even a spray. I don't know who sprayed there. I didn't spray there. I would never do such a thing. Not with that spray, anyhow. This mule is the saddest mule. Someone get me a violin. Can I even zoom in on this mule? Okay, that mule has gone back to mining. Oh, that mule. It was just like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here. It wasted like half of its life, never finding its purpose. And it's such a short life, too. How many of you feel like this? Well, there's hope. You can be more idle, even at... Hellion's going to be mid-game. So, Xenoblaze going for the tried and true. Gonna get a third as part of his wall, so this is not like Hellbat aggressive like we saw game 1. Just clearing out a little bit of Zerg's space. And Lair is morphing. I'm getting a minor headache, actually. That's a lot of Hellions, oh my goodness. Remember how I said that I wasn't going to commit with these Hellions? I lied. I didn't realize how many Hellions we would need. Good queen positioning going to minimize losses, but this is still a lot. They do connect and the Hellions will slip past the queens in the end, but the Lings will catch them before they inflict any additional damage. 13 probes go down, or probes, SCVs, or no, not SCVs, drones, whatever worker this is. Go. Ants. Something that gains minerals. Miners. What are workers in Warcraft? I know there's like 5 races or something. Anyone? Know what they're called? Of any other races? I don't know. I don't even know the workers for this game. They're all probes, okay? Clearing some creep with the Banshees. Gonna get a queen as well. One Banshee is kinda low, but it is nicely tucked in the center, so that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to target fire. And, yeah, I'm just gonna back off. Didn't get any active, well, we might have gotten an active tumor. There's no creep here. This tumor is still good though. And go spot third. Banshees, Hydra. So not going for the Mutapore this game. Huh. Banshees are going to rotate over to the main. And getting a couple drones. And now the Baneling is crashing into the Hellbat line. There is a tank though, and 2 Hellions, or 2 Hellbats do survive. Carnage on both sides. The Banshees are still going to work, but the Queens do eventually clean that up. And yeah. Yep. Resources lost are in favor of the Terrans slightly. More drones have been lost than anything. And that's definitely not something you want. That's a lot of larva that can't be replenished. And you can keep droning all you want, but you're never gonna get those 18 larvae back. You may get other larvae, and they may morph and grow into other kinds of eggs and other kinds— wait, what? Larva turns into eggs? That's not how bugs work. Anyway. Scanned. Fourth base, did I mention that? I don't think I mentioned that. It's on location. And yeah, more mech from Xenoblaze. I think Xenoblaze favors mech, but he'll throw some bio-ish play out there once in a while. We did see one of those games. I forget who he played against, but we saw him do it once. Hellbats. Oh no, Hellions. We're gonna run in again. There's a healthy Daemon count, so he has to be careful, but Hellions are very mobile. Swarm host. Okay. Heck Muffin are running to their deaths. Heck Muffins are going to die. Okay, good translation. Good. Heck Muffin is going to die. Okay. It will not die today. It might die later. I mean, it might still be today when it dies, but it will not die in this engagement. Queens are going to push back the rest of the Hellions. And I cannot observe correctly. There we go. Hellmuffins are going to come into this location, probably. Move up. Launch Locust to main. Or launch Locust to fourth. Okay. There go the Locust. It's a plague of locusts! They have descended upon... did they get anything? I don't feel like they got very much for their troubles. Okay, so adequate defense. I'd like to see those Hell Muffins do some more. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 8. I think that's enough to snipe a command center. But you need like exactly 8, and like anyway, this maneuverable Hellion band or a Hellion Cyclone is gonna find themselves in exposed base. Not quite gonna get it. Yeah, not quite. Almost. Zergo is barely in position for that. Man, you know, Terran should have got it. I'm gonna amend my previous statement and say that. Locusts are coming in. Good tank and turret. I'm unfortunate to lose the tank for... It's not free, but... No, this wasn't like... amazing damage, but it was certainly something. Gets a sensor tower. Good Viper pull for the Liberator, and another pull. I feel like a blinding cloud would be nice, but not gonna have that here. Where are those Swarm house? Didn't lose them. So where did they go? Where are the muffin tops? I don't see any on the units. Oh. I am blind. We get a couple more SCVs and some static D. Also forcing more attention out of the red Terran. Just gonna hide in the corner here. Hydra's on the high ground, gonna deter forward advancement. Liberators! Okay, so supply is slightly in favor of the Zerg, but a lot of that supply is in those swarm hosts, and Lingbane Hydra with a little bit of Viper support is gonna have to bear the bulk of this force. The swarm hosts are going back to harass the third, so they're not gonna be here for this engagement, this fight. They're gonna find themselves wow, what happened there? You get some supply depots instead. Not really sure what happened with the targeting. I think they were intended to go over the wall. At any rate, Xenoblaze is clearing creep. He is looking to push in. And he is getting free damage. Tank shots are good. A couple Viper pulls are going to allow Porthos to clear some of these units, but not quite getting all of the abducted units, as the Terran response is there. Thors are entering, zoning out as much as a good point. I kind of want to see these swarm hosts come back and launch their locusts at this entrenched location, but I believe they're just going to go for the counter-aggression, which is fine. Oh, they were at the top. Sorry. Okay, he's managed to clear most of that. I didn't get to catch some of that engagement because I was not being a good observer. Good lifts are going to save these structures at least. Some of the SCVs did fall. Hydra's catching a couple of the Vikings. There's still a strong Hellion presence. Oh. Lots of Hydras are going to try and engage, but this is mech, and those Vikings can always land, adding their DPS and tanking ability as a buffer for the tanks. Good parasitic bomb, very nice. Alright. With that parasitic bomb, most of the Terran force has actually been dealt with. There's just a handful of tanks and Thors left. Now, don't get me wrong, these tanks are very scary, but with the Blinding Cloud, they can be neutralized and the Hydras can come back in, clearing most of this force. They're gonna lose their lives in the process, though, as Hydra count has been reduced over the course of this push. But reinforcements are out, and Terran doesn't... Terran is going to get a base. This next base might fall, but the Hydra count has recovered. So with the Blinding Cloud and oh, another Locust Wave. Tanks are going to move forward. There are one Blinding Cloud. Other tanks are going to have to... Okay, I think Porthos is held. I think this is a fantastic position for the Zerg captain. tanks are swinging around. I think they want to get the space. I don't know if they can, as the Hydras will close the distance. Hellions are moving up the front, where Zerg is not, because of the tank. So good diversion with the forces that you won't get anything done, but Broodlords are here! There's also some, well, with no Viper for Parasitic Bomb, the Vikings might be able to clear the Broodlords. Ooh. That's most important. So Xenoblaze will take the last one, closing out the series for the Terran. And it sounds like a Terran win. Alrighty. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Alpha X and HK Races Wars Diamond Division. Anything else to say? No, I think that covers everything. Okay. Have a good one, y'all. Stay tuned for whatever other events we have at Alpha X. And until next time.